One fellow has a OPAS, Organizational Process Asset. He comes from New York. He is a very successful architect in New York. He comes here and tells, I am successful in New York, and the hit flat, hit design of a small flat he gave to Thane. And the plan was made, everything, and the show flat is made. Do you know, when 1,000 people asked, visited show flat, do you know what they said? Everything is fine with this flat, but your kitchen is so small. Do you know why? Because he copied New Jersey design. In New Jersey, everybody will eat the bakery product, the bread, etc. Maximum cooking is microwave. There is hardly elaborate cooking like in Indian masala. There is a idli maker, and then there is a curry, then there is a Punjabi curry, and there is this tadka and that Indian kitchen you require bigger. So most housewives said that this kitchen is small because the architect has not learned the environment. We saw our projects are affected by environment. He should be wise enough to know the different cooking styles and the expectations of Indian buyer. Who will decide? Whom will they call for showing show flat? Mr. Kulkarni or Mr. or Mrs. Kulkarni? Mr. and Mrs. Kulkarni. Do you know why? Because they know who is the de facto manager. Okay. So Mr. and Mrs. Kulkarni attend, and then they find that the design. So what is wrong? There is nothing wrong in looking at European designs. But something is wrong if you copy them ditto. One designer, this is the last one, he made one flyover in Nagpur. Identical specification came in Mumbai, 2 lanes to go to 2 lanes to come back, so and so space, everything identical. He copied those designs here. And he had provided 1-inch nominal bore pipe for collecting rainwater. Because in Nagpur it doesn't rain. It was successful. But in Mumbai you require 4-inch nominal bore water for collecting water. No, itna to akal lagana chahiye. But copy AutoCAD, copy here. Okay. Did you understand what I am giving the example? So using OPAS is a good thing. But what you have to do? You have to use it carefully. Did you understand OPAS? So organization process asset is nothing but past experience. I gave 3 examples deliberately because this kind of things happen, and they happen in reality. Okay. I found one bridge at Ambarnath which is taller than other 3 bridges. This was 10 years back. Only one bridge at the railway station taller by about 4 feet. I inquired, how come only one bridge is taller? It's not that the double-decker train is going below that. Other 3 are. That design came, which was supposed to go to a place called Amarnath. And it got made and built, constructed and commissioned also. बाद में पता चला कि ये गलत जगह का ब्रिज गलत जगह आ गया. Can you imagine? I have seen now also you can go and see one bridge taller. The remaining are not. So this is what happens really. Something goes wrong. अभी बोलेगा लगा दिया तो जाने दो अभी. लोग 4 स्टेप ज़्यादा चढ़ेंगे. That means copying design is good thing, but then you must see its applicability. So now you learn. Then what is EEF? You OPAS and you learn past experience. EEF is enterprise environmental factors. Your project is surrounded by what? By social, by political factors. So enterprise environmental factors are internal as well as external factors that surround and contribute to the project success. Okay. Organization culture, structure, processes, government and industry standards, infrastructure, HR and personnel admin practices. This is the environmental factor given to you. HR policies, you are not to flout. HR policy says you are doing project at Gurgaon, and HR policy says that If a woman member has to stay back on the project site beyond 7:30 p.m., then you must provide pick-up and drop facility. Do you understand? This is the HR rule. Now you are saying only one woman is going for 30 kilometers away. For that I will give a college car. You are not to question. The policy is there, you have to follow. Either you provide for the vehicle or you find a workaround. Say that, madam, you please go home by 6 o'clock bus as normal, but please be available on telephone call. That's it. Say either you find a workaround which is not flouting the policy, but that you have to recognize that HR policies is a given your environment.